Hello, Lions. I'm Colonel John Rice, commander of the 363rd ISR Wing.
And I'm Chief Master Sgt. Stefan Blazier, the Command Chief of the 363rd ISR Wing.
Hey, Chief, last month we celebrated our 4th anniversary in our current manifestation of the 363rd ISR Wing. A wing that was created to really leap forward capabilities, to become the wing the Air Force needs us to be, so that the Air Force could be the Air Force the nation needs it to be. It's notable that in our first 3 full years as an organization, we were awarded the Meritorious Unit Award in each year. An award that's only given for organizations that are directly involved in ongoing operations. And so that's a pretty powerful statement that the commander of ACC has awarded our wing, that in recognition of the huge impact that all of our airmen are having on operations around the world.
Absolutely, sir. One thing that I think if you go across the wing that our airmen just love is they love crushing the mission. They have high standards on delivering for the mission, and we see that every single where we go. I think is why they get that level of recognition, because they're so hungry to make a difference, to be warriors, and to crush the mission, and that's what they do.
I've heard you say on numerous occasions that none of us is as good as all of us. And whether we're talking about an individual or an individual squadron, that still holds true. So to see the real collaboration and teamwork, across our airmen, that connective tissue that they work at every level has been really phenomenal.
Yes, sir. I think that we see that all the time. We have multiple squadrons and multiple units in and out of the wing that are teaming up because they know they're actually working the same problem. And that's given us great results, because all intelligence, in any of our missions, it has to start with me understanding the problem and whose problem is it, and then our teams can swarm around it. And it's been great to see our analysis enterprise get after it.
Yeah, the Lions are just inherently problem solvers, and because of that, they're inquisitive, they're curious, and they're connected, and that makes all of you, the Lions across the wing, really, really powerful. Those airmen that are in our reach back analysis enterprise, they have fundamentally changed the way that they interact with our mission partners, primarily the air components and AOCs around the world. They really engage with them on a day-to-day basis to understand what are the operational problems they're trying to solve, and then how do you actually break that down into workable chunks. And because our airmen, because you have taken that sort of a assertive, bold approach to problem solving, what we've seen is a convergence of sorts between the analysis enterprise and the targeting enterprise. And in so doing, we've improved our ability to conduct both types of operations.
Yes, sir. We've seen so much power come from when across squadrons, both in and outside the wing, where our airmen, where you, the Lions in our wing, have said, hey, I just want to know more about the problem. So to do that, I got to know more about who my partners are, who my teammates are, and to see that happen and to see you get after it has really had big results for our wing. We want every single airman to understand what's the why behind what I'm doing, behind what I've been asked to do. And those two things are fundamentally connected between the analysis and targeting side. And that's what I love to see on the transformation, from those who are involved in our targeting mission, is they really think through, I don't just make a graphic, I don't just make this product. They are understanding at a much greater level. The more I understand about what I'm providing, what I've been asked, I can deliver on the why at a greater level.
Yeah, and many of you have reached out to partners who can help us with tool development. So, for example, some of you have worked with Kessel Run on developing some targeting specific tools that we've already begun integrating with AOCs, across the globe. Some of you have been part of developing a capability to provide, a virtual reality-based collaboration tool, so that you can partner and do really immersive analysis with others, regardless of geographic location. Others of you have created your own innovation lab of sorts and have brought your programming skills, or found others that had programming skills and just teamed up with them to build the widget or the tool that you needed to make your job easier or better or faster. And so to just see that audacious innovation manifesting itself in many ways across the spectrum has just been it's been really phenomenal to see the team really embraced that approach. For the Special Operations ISR Airmen on the team, I can't tell you how proud I am of you, of the combat operations that you've been conducting at just a relentless pace, but with phenomenal impact on the success of our military endeavors downrange. And you do it with such commitment and passion and professionalism. You do it in a way that you're constantly evolving your techniques and your tactics, and you're fully committed to training the next group of folks to be able to do missions with the same degree of professionalism and effectiveness that you do, and that's so impressive, and it's really recognized by the whole team here in ACC as well as AFSOC.
And we certainly recognize that amazing service and that amazing commitment doesn't come without a cost. And we recognize also, whether it's time away or even when you're at home and you're having to continue to train and prepare for the next deployment, what we realize is, your families carry that challenge with you and that sacrifice with you. So what we've worked hard to do is to plus up the resources of the preservation of the force and the families with our Airmen Resiliency team. So what you can expect in the coming months and into next year is other teammates that are going to be joining you with the skills to help get after just that, to help remove some of the stresses you had. And we're also working hard too on the training pipelines. We realize that you have some of the longest training pipelines in our Air Force, whether you are a DISO or a TISO, and those need to continue to be evolved and improved to be more efficient. And we won't stop until they get to where they need to be.
Yeah. Chief, we have a lot of airmen who do ISR testing, tactics development, and advanced training. And so for all of you, I can't tell you how impressive it's been to see you leap forward in your approach, so that more and more ISR has become the training audience and not just the training aid. Whether it's for exercises at the Air Force Warfare Center, other exercises at Nellis, or exercises in partnership with air operations centers and air components around the world. And the real focus that you've taken on creating those training opportunities at the unit level for ISR enterprise players, as well as for the integration of the ISR enterprise with operational command and control, has been really phenomenal. And really, you are helping the Air Force become the Air Force the nation needs it to be. Again, that cross-organizational, cross-functional teaming that our Lions have really embraced is produced some really powerful and some pretty quick results that have already had significant impacts on ongoing operations, including combat operations around the world. It's that desire to go beyond the barriers that might have been perceived before, and just figure out what needs to be done, rather than trying to focus on what can or can't be done.
That's right.
Yeah. And so across all those mission areas that we just discussed, just thinking about how you have become even more dynamically adaptive, even more problem-centric in your approach, so that you can really focus on producing solutions, not just products, and the audacity with which you have pursued innovative ways to continuously get just a little bit better every day has been really powerful, and really it's shaped the way that all the airmen across the wing are thinking about their work and thinking about how they team with others to accomplish mission.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we thank you all for that, and we thank you all for your commitment to go big.
We started with, hey, the wing stood up 4 years ago in February, and in that time, it has set out to become the wing the Air Force needs it to be. And it's been a phenomenal journey, a journey that continues, a journey that'll never really be complete. But for me, it's been a real honor and privilege for a couple of years to be a member of this team, to be a Lion on this journey. And so soon the time will come for me to hand the baton to the next commander. And I know that the wing and all the Lions in it, that you will continue to move forward, and I'm so excited to see where things will go from here. But let me just say thank you. Thanks to my wingman, Lion Chief,
It's been a pleasure, sir.
And thanks to all the Lions across the wing, because you are the best at what you do, and you'll always be a part of me. Lions, it's been great talking with you again. I'm Colonel John Rice.
And I'm Chief Stefan Blazier.
We solve problems.
Today,
Tomorrow, together.